All right, so everyone is talking about empathy these days. Even I just did a video on empathy, and then I went back to the drawing board and I thought, this video is not hitting the center of the spot. I don't want to substitute it, but I definitely think we need a second follow-up that hits a little bit more center of the heart. So my first video was about empathy for nations, empathy for conflicts, empathy for people on the other side of the world, empathy for our enemies, empathy for people of different cultures and backgrounds and religious beliefs and different thought processes. And, but then I thought, I got to ask my followers and the people who are really interested in nervous system work something a little bit uncomfortable, which is, how does your empathy show up inside your house, inside your home? Do you have empathy for this guy when he goes to the bathroom somewhere where he should not be going to the bathroom? Or do you go off on him? Do you have empathy for your child when your child interrupts you? Do you see disrespect? Or do you perhaps see a human being that is looking for connection? So, for example, when your wife asks you for more presents and you're tired, and here I'm talking to the mirror, do you shut down? Or can you breathe and reorganize yourself and see that she's not demanding from you, that she is reaching for you, that she has pledged her life to you, and that's the expected idea, is that you are, sharing in a nervous system energy. Look, my son often comes into my office. Is he challenging my authority if he comes in here right now while I'm recording this reel? Of course not. I will welcome him. There are many reels that I do where you guys see that my kids come in and sit on my lap, and it's fine. And sometimes we leave it and sometimes we edit it out. I work in the home office. My son, I'm sure that he's not challenging my authority. I'm sure that he's not trying to be difficult. He's trying to find me, as for sure the people you love are trying to find you. And your wife is not your enemy when she needs you perhaps at the wrong time, according to your criteria. She's trying to meet you in the middle of life. And, the truth is that it's easier to talk about empathy in the world. It's easier to talk about it than to practice it at home. I really like that Michael Jackson song, I'm Talking to the Man in the Mirror. We have to start practicing our values in our home, within our closed niche circle of the people that we love. Because at home, it costs us something. It costs us our time. It costs us our comfort zone. It costs us our sense of controlling everything. There are other people involved, and when it's in your home, when it's in your family, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're carrying a lot of weight, and I get it. I do. I so get it, but so are they. So is everyone else in the world. And if your internal world, it's super rigid, if your nervous system is closed, then nothing grows there. Not connection, not trust, and not love. So you can plant the strongest seed, you can plant the strongest small tree, even if a large tree. Because if the soil is hard, it will not take root. It will not grow. You need to soften the ground. You need to plow it. You need to feed it. You need to water it. That's what will allow for the people closest to you to actually reach you. That is what will allow for connection. Is this puppy trying to irritate me because he's biting my finger because he's teething? No. So before you ask how empathetic you are with the world, ask yourself, can the people I love actually feel my love? That's where it starts.